Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. More specifically, welcome to a Monday morning. Our teacher this week is Matt Kahn, and I've got a pretty sizable message to share with you this morning, so let's get right into it. Somebody, good morning, happy Monday, great seeing you. Danae, good morning. Welcome to a new week of exploring your creative potential. Our teacher for this week is Matt Kahn, who is the author of a few books that you'll probably enjoy exploring. Some of the titles of his books are All for Love. That already sounds like a good title, doesn't it? The Universe Always Has a Plan. Everything is Here to Help You. I love that title specifically. Everything is here to help you, and whatever arises, love that. So when you get today's email, which today you should get. Last week there was a bit of website issues, and that's why the emails didn't go out. But when you get today's email, have a look at these book titles and perhaps dive into some of them from Matt Kahn. The main theme of Matt's message for our week is this: remember to breathe. Can you remember to breathe? Anthony, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Hello, beautiful humans. Let's get into Matt's message for our week ahead. Linda, Anami, good morning. Great seeing you. Right, a beautiful message. Here we go. My mind is a manifestation of breath. I want you to stop and really feel that as I read this. My mind is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the clearer my mind becomes. I think it's beautiful. My body is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more vibrant and open my body becomes. My emotions are a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more harmonious my emotions shall be. My world is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more fulfilling my relationships shall be. Every aspect of reality is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more real I shall be. Instead of living in the reality of my ego's fantasy, I shall dwell in the reality of my soul's eternal light, where I can simply abide with my breath as an announcer of well-being. My breath as an announcer of well-being. The first time I read this, I thought, my word, this is profound. Honey, good morning. Charlene, good morning. Linda, good morning. Where I can simply abide with my breath as an announcer of well-being, becoming aware that within me as my breath, well-being and perfection are always existing. And to signal to the universe that in recognizing my breath as evidence of perfection, I am ready, willing, and able to receive more perfection, and to receive with it worthiness and joy as a gift for myself and for those who don't know the worthiness of their own eternal light, allowing my happiness to be a service to all, and so I am free. I would suggest that when you get today's email, you read through this again. It is incredibly beautiful and I think very powerful. I want to lift out a few thoughts from this piece which gives me grounding for my week ahead. Antoinette, good morning, happy Monday. When I pay attention to my breath, it becomes the announcer of well-being. My breath says, feel how the lungs fill. Feel how the belly rises. If I can breathe this well, then everything is okay. When I pay attention to my breath, I remember that there were times of fear and anxiety when I thought, surely I can't make it through this, but here I am. And I am here because within me as my breath, well-being, and perfection are always existing. When I recognize my breath as evidence of perfection, I become ready, willing, and able to receive more perfection. Don't just breathe with your nose. Don't even just breathe with your lungs. But with every breath, engage every cell in your body in the rise and the fall of the inhale and also the exhale. Aligning every cell in your body with your breath wakes up every part of you to the announcement of well-being that is so clearly present in this moment. Let every part of your body recognize the proof of perfection in your breath in this moment. If you're ready, this is how we're stepping into the week. You can close your eyes and let's float away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. I'd love to remind you of exactly what it is that you are doing right now. You are sitting your body down. You are having a conversation with this body, and you're saying to this body, here is how I want us to do this. You are teaching this body. with every breath. So as you continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale, and slowly, slowly falling with every exhale. Make sure that you are not, in fact, just breathing with your nose. Not even just breathing with your lungs, but in the rise and the fall of every inhale and every long, slow exhale, you are engaging every cell in your body in every breath. Take the time to feel that. Rise with every inhale and feel every cell in your body rise. Fall with every exhale and feel every cell in your body soften and fall. Let your breath be the announcer of well-being. Say this with me. Within me, as my breath, well-being and perfection always exist. Let's do it again. Within me, as my breath, well-being and perfection always exist. And every moment that we connect with our breath makes this true. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left. And forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And also lean your upper body over to the right. Gently stretch into your back muscles on either side. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as present as we are able to be right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, see yourself standing at the start of a new week. Your toes are sticking over the edge and you are ready to dive in. Take your next big breath. We are standing at the start of a new week. A new opportunity for each of us to explore our creative potential. Looking into the week ahead, we'll bring our attention first to what is known about the week ahead. What is already in the calendar? So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, walk yourself through the week ahead. Take a stroll through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and remind yourself of some of the things you want to get done this week, some of the people you need to see this week, and some of the places that you need to go this week. Create as clear an image of these things as you can in your mind. Take your next big breath. What are you creating this week? And you can think of creating as being quite a wide spectrum. There are so many ways in which we create. But what is true for all of us is, just like anything that is alive on this planet, we were created to create. Even if we try and avoid creating, even our avoidance creates something. Of course, what comes to mind first when you talk about being creative is something like art, which is, of course, a beautiful expression of being human. But that is certainly not the only way we create. The second, also quite obvious way we create is the work we do. Perhaps you're involved in a project and there's a deadline, and finally you'll see what you created. But sometimes we forget that every interaction we have creates a relationship. Every thought we have creates the chemistry in this body. The energy in our home is created by how we show up there. What are you creating this week? Or perhaps, how will you show up this week? How will you create this week? Take your next big breath. Then let's jump forward in time just a few days to the end of this week. Just imagine you're standing in the next weekend and looking back. What would your checklist look like for the end of the week? What are some things for which you'd like to say, I got this done, I got that done? And what are some things for which you'd like to say, I made progress on this one, and I got started on that one? Take your next big breath. Today's message for our week ahead is, Remember to breathe. Will you remind yourself this week to breathe? You have experience of difficulties showing up unannounced in the week. Some of them happened last week and the week before and the week before that. Remind yourself of some of these difficulties, or perhaps some of the difficulties you are expecting in the week ahead. And as you see yourself encountering these obstacles and stumbling blocks in your week ahead, see yourself, remind yourself to breathe. Take your next big breath. Here are some affirmations or mantras for you to try out this week. And we'll practice them right now. You'll find them again in the email this morning. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, try these words. See how they feel to you. I feel how my breath announces well-being in my body. I feel how my breath announces well-being in my body. Or you can make it a bit shorter. My breath announces well-being in my body. Take your next big breath. Try another one. See how these words sit with you. Within me as my breath, well-being and perfection always exist. Within me as my breath, well-being and perfection always exist. Take your next big breath. And then one more. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, I am ready, willing, and able to receive more perfection in worthiness and joy. I am ready, willing and able to receive more perfection in worthiness and joy. Take your next big breath. Let your breath always be the announcer of well-being. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness enters and slips into every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. I'll read to you one more time today's message by Matt Kahn. I think it's so beautiful. Please try and make sure to read it again when you get the email. My mind is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the clearer my mind becomes. My body is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more vibrant and open my body becomes. My emotions are a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more harmonious my emotions shall be. My world is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more fulfilling my relationships shall be. Every aspect of reality is a manifestation of breath. The more aligned with breath I am, the more real I shall be. Instead of living in the reality of my ego's fantasy, I shall dwell in the reality of my soul's eternal light, where I can simply abide with my breath as an announcer of well-being, becoming aware that within me as my breath, well-being and perfection are always existing, and to signal to the universe that in recognizing my breath as evidence of perfection, I am ready, willing, and able to receive more perfection, and to receive it with worthiness and joy as a gift for myself and for those who don't know the worthiness of their own eternal light. Allowing my happiness to be a service to all, and so I am free. May you always be reminded of your breath as the announcer of well-being. Every breath, when you are conscious about it, says, if I can fill my lungs, this full with air, then right now everything is perfect, and I am well. May you find this reminder over and over again this week. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for the privilege of standing at the start of a new week. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for a moment to look into the week ahead and be intentional. Step into this week with intention and not just autopilot. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder that my breath is always the announcer of well-being. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the reminder to check myself again and again this week. Whenever I find something difficult I'm dealing with, am I remembering to breathe? Am I first grounding myself in the well-being that is my breath? And am I reminded that if I can take this big belly breath, and if I have the time to slowly exhale, then certainly everything is perfect. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being a part of our journey at the start of a new week. Thank you for taking the time to breathe along with us and grounding ourselves in well-being and protection before we step into this week. Thank you, Sunmarie. Good morning, Pepe. Great seeing you. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Annalie. Thank you, Anami. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, Anthony. Maggie, good morning. Great seeing you. And that's all the names that Facebook shows me right now. I can't remember who else has jumped in with us. Have a beautiful week. So much love to each and every one of you. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.